We have many amazing figures in our Haitian community, but today we are truly honored to welcome one of a kind with multiple hats, and you will find out soon. Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I don't know how you're carrying all these hats: nurse, mother,
Mhm.
wife, comedian.
Yes, all the things. I mean, when you don't have a choice and you grow up with nothing, you kind of want to do everything,
Yeah,
and then you get good at everything, and then you don't know what to focus on.
yeah.
So you just learn how to balance them in different
Yeah.
seasons. Yeah.
They see you, you bring happiness on stage.
hmm
You say the key word. You grew up with nothing.
Yeah.
How was your childhood?
Well, growing up in Haiti, honestly, it wasn't as bad as everybody thinks, right? Actually, I have jokes about this. Like when I was in Haiti, I had maids. People
Uh-huh.
make it seem like it's bad,
Yeah.
but I didn't start struggling until I came here.
Huh?
Which is the funny thing because
Yeah.
we had a pretty good life in Haiti. But everybody convinces you that when you come to America, it's a
Yeah.
better life, but they don't tell you about the bills, the all of the craziness. So
Yeah.
we didn't start struggling until we came here. It was a new thing for us. Relationship didn't work out with my dad. Mom and my dad separated and we just had to fend for ourselves. So at a very young age, I had a kid at
Yeah.
16. So my mom didn't have a lot of money, so she couldn't help me. So I had to get
Yeah.
out there and make things happen, and
Yeah. Do you think it's because of them migrated to the US
Mhm.
that came the separation between your dad and your mom?
No, no, because it's a complicated story. You got a little time?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so he basically got my mom pregnant, and
Yeah.
then he left for 9 years, left us in Haiti, and then basically just popped up out of nowhere and was like, "I'm your dad." And we was like, okay. My mom knew, but I never knew him. But I looked at his features and I was like, okay, I could see it. And then he was basically like, he wanted to get back with my mom. So they came up here and she thought they were gonna be together, but he ended up being on drugs and the whole thing went left. So
Yeah. As a female artist,
uh-huh.
comedian,
Uh-huh.
you grew up sometimes years without a dad.
hmm
How was that?
I grew up basically all my years without a dad. My mom was a good parent on her own. She was very tough on me. So I could say she played the father figure well too. She had to be strong though. She had no choice. But I had people in my life that played kind of like dads, like my uncles. They helped out when they could.
Yeah.
And then I started getting into church. So I got a spiritual father that I'm so grateful for because he taught me so much and giving my life over to God and was the
Yeah.
beginning of success basically.
Yeah. You joke a lot about it,
Mhm.
your upbringing, your family, you make it as a joke, but is that also a therapy for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. If I didn't have jokes, I don't know how I would like survive everything that I've been through. The jokes were definitely therapy, were definitely what got me through making fun of it and just learning how to live through it. Because sometimes you can't change things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either you're gonna laugh about it or you're gonna cry about it. So I chose laughter.
Yeah. How you get yourself into
Mhm.
comedy and now you're getting paid. We know that it's gonna be a full house
Yes.
later on.
So I've been funny all my life, right? I've been funny all my life. And that's the thing that I could say that I got from my dad because he was also funny
Yeah.
before the drugs, before everything went left. He was funny. I have good memories, more bad than good, but I do have some good memories. And I know he was like a jokester and stuff like that. So I was always funny, honestly. I just started putting it online and people loved it.
I want to take you out of comedy for a second because I want our audience to get to know you better and the struggle that, as you mentioned, that you went through to be now the person that you are.
hmm
Early age, 16, you were expecting a baby.
hmm Gave birth at 17. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you because I didn't have the privilege of having, the typical Haitian mom that's like, okay, well,
Mhm.
I'll help you. My mama was like, you laid there and had it, and you're gonna take care of it. And honestly, at first, I resented her for it
Mhm.
because I went through a lot of things. Like, if you don't mind me sharing,
Mhm.
like, I don't know if you know what a
No,
sugar
go
daddy
ahead.
is.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
Um, you
While you were
know,
pregnant?
yes, I sure did. Had one of those. I had to figure out my life, you know, and my mom knew about it. But I think that in the Haitian community, for women that are so prideful and that care so much about what everybody else has to say, I think it was more so, instead of guiding me in the right direction, it was like, well, do what you got to do to take care of yourself so that people don't see us on the street. So as long as I was able to bring in funds to help her out and help myself out, she was okay with whatever I was doing.
So it wasn't really about love.
No.
It was more about financial stability in
Yes.
a way.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely about financial stability, but it was tough. It was hard. But I got through it.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do, and we're here.
Yeah.
He performs on stage with me sometimes. My mom actually wanted me to get rid of him, too. She wanted me to have an abortion, but I'm glad I didn't, because now he performs with me. He'll be here tonight in character, performing on stage with me. So it's a beautiful thing.
If economically you were struggling, I can only imagine mentally, emotionally, how tough it was for you.
It was hard. It was only hard because, so 16 years old, you have a sugar daddy. A part of you knows you're not supposed to be doing this, and a part of you wants your mother to be like,
Be
stop,
there for you.
you know, like, don't do it. Even though as a younger me, I probably would have just rebelled and did it anyway.
Yeah.
But just having that guidance there would have made me feel love. You know, so for a long time, I did resent my mom for, I wouldn't say letting me do it, because I had enough sense to know what I was doing. And she was also in survival mode. So when I talk like this, I just want everyone to know I have forgiven her. We are in a wonderful space, you know. We've grown past it. We love each other. But these are things that I did go through that definitely impacted my childhood, like for real.
Yeah. And how that transformed you today to be a better mom. I see you sharing joy with your kids, you know, playing games, and you're all over the place. Even on social media, where you are heavy, you have a heavy presence. You always there showing what motherhood is.
I mean, I feel like it made me a beast in a way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that guidance. You know, I had to figure out how to be the mother that I wanted my mother to be to me. So I just do the opposite of what she did. You know, I spend a lot of time with my kids. And that's because God has blessed me to have the funds, to have, like, you know, free time and freedom to put that time in, which is something I know that she didn't have. So I don't blame her for it, but I do wish that I had it. And motherhood, I'm still learning. You know, I pray every day that God helps me to be a better mother. Sometimes I trip. Sometimes I even feel like I'm turning into my mom, because I be trying to give the baton before understanding. Which is what my mom did to me. A lot of time I got baton before she even knew what was going on. But I tried to be different. And I'm thankful for the way that my mom couldn't be there, because it made me who I am.
You travel all around the country, around the world, performing. Share some piece of advice with you know, African American women or Haitian women right now wanting to be in the comedy industry. How tough and how easy it is.
Ooh, it's not easy. It's very tough because you're going to have to go through the male egos, right? Because it's a male-dominated industry. So before I got here, I went through a lot of, well, what you going to do for it? You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of those. Thank God I was already saved at that time, and I wasn't willing to do something strange for a little piece of change. I wasn't willing to do that. But it's hard, because when you're too funny, men don't want you on their shows because you are a threat. And women don't want you on their shows because you are a threat. So you just, I don't know. Honestly, it wasn't nothing but God. Just stay consistent with posting your content, showing your personality. Be who God called you to be. As long as you can do that, he can bless everything you do, because you ain't going to get nowhere trying to be somebody else. So just be you. Put it out there. Someone is watching. Someone is going to notice, and someone is going to give you a shot.
I'm pretty sure before you go on stage, there's preparation. There's something you have to get yourself ready for. Stress part of it?
Honestly, at first, yes. Because I was thinking about it too
Yeah.
hard and I didn't feel like I was good enough. I was intimidated, and it also came with lack of experience. But when you have something that God gives you, if you steward it correctly, He'll
Yeah.
teach you how to do it. So I prepare a lot. Even before I know what's going to happen next, I'm just prepared. Because if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
Yeah.
Right? So I prepare a lot. I practice a lot. And that gets rid of the nerves. When you get up there and you know what you're doing, you don't have no nerves. And when you
Yeah.
get that first laugh, it's like,
Okay.
like everything is gone and you have a wonderful show. And it's always a good time.
So you have to create a connection between you and the audience.
Yeah. I mean, I created already with my online presence.
Uh-huh.
That's definitely a big thing, which, you know, as much as people don't want to get on social media, it's such a huge part of our lives now.
Yeah.
So I would say take that serious. Treat social media like a job. Like right now, I'm not on social media at this moment, but I'm posting. So I
Yeah.
schedule my posts, you know, I record in advance, especially because I know I'm busy. So I'll take a day, like on Mondays, I'll record like 10 videos and then I'll schedule them out throughout the week. So just time block, stay consistent, stay organized, and anything is possible.
You say the word beast at the beginning. It seems that
Oh,
you
yeah.
are feeding the beast all the time.
All the time. Like I'm always so ready for what's next. Only because I serve a big God. He don't got no limits, so why do I have to put limits on myself? Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about balancing. You're a mother, you also a nurse, and you're a comedian among all the other hats.
Yeah.
When do you have time? How you balance it?
So at first it was hard to try to figure out when to do what. At first I felt like I was spreading myself thin.
Yeah.
But with prayer and just understanding time and season. Like, see, right now I'm doing my comedy. So if I do a nursing assignment, I'm not working like full time. I'm just picking up like assignments that are worthy. Like if it's enough and I feel like, okay, it's just 2-3 days, I go here, do this, do that, I'm good. With the hair, I do it from home. So when I have my free times, when I'm not on the show, I get my orders out and I ship them out. And you know, you be honest with your instructions on your website. I tell everybody, when you order, be willing to wait 2 to 3 weeks. If you can't wait, don't order. So you just, you know, ask God for guidance on how to manage everything, and He helps you. It's really that simple.
Wow. I cannot end that interview without talking about faith. It's a huge part of your life. Explain to our viewers the importance of having such a strong faith in the business that you are.
I mean, all you got is faith. You got to believe in what you don't see, because that is faith, right? So for me, you have to have a relationship with God, right? To understand when to discern, like if He's talking to you, if He's telling you to move. The number one thing is having a relationship. You have a relationship, you can hear clearly, you have clarity on when to move, what to do. When He gives me an idea, I don't ask how, I don't ask who's gonna help me. I go. Like if I get a thought, I go. I act on it. My business, I don't have nothing to do with how it's going to happen. He just told me to do it. And that's how this came about. I said, I want to be big. This is what I want to do. I read my word and He says He'll give me the desires of my heart. My desire is to be a comedian, to spread joy. And He did just that.
Wow. Nicely said. Tell our viewers how they get in touch with you. I know you're heavy on social media, but how they know what city you will be and when.
Okay, so on every single platform, my name is Elizabeth is Funny 7. I always update all my social medias with all my shows. It's pinned on my story, on my reels, and everything is in the link in my bio. You can click that link. It'll show you all the cities I'll be at, dates, times, locations.
Wow, cool. Okay, so we're going to do like a quick test for 30 seconds.
Okay.
And I'm going to put her on the spot right now.
All right.
A joke in 30 seconds.
Oh, Lord. Quick. You already
got it.
I got you. That's it. You see why I get paid? That's why I get paid.
It's natural.
I ain't even say nothing. He cracking up.
You have no idea what you're missing if you do not come to her show and if you do not share a little moment with that amazing lady. And I can tell you, it's not only on camera, it's off camera. She's like that 24/7.
Thank you.
Liz, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. It was my pleasure.
Good job, girl.